Hey everybody, welcome back to a new episode of Entropia content. Now for today, my webcam software got an update, or the virtual cam software I should say. The algorithm that deletes the background. And it looks like they got my head a little bit clearer. So well done to the company that does the virtual cam. I think it's not so much an issue with people that aren't bald and don't have a wall behind them that's the same color as their skin. I'm surprised that the app is able to do so much better now. It's weird. It's like, now my head looks way bigger. It's the only thing, I guess. Oh well, let's finish off the crafting run. I don't know why I was leaving the building. The crafting terminals are inside. Now yesterday was a bit of a mysterious adventure to say the least. I know you guys probably have heard that I have to carry my uncle to the washroom every day. So yesterday when I got back from work, it was around noon, and I was thinking, man, my uncle shouldn't sleep too much longer. I got to get him to the washroom. So I woke him up, gave him a few minutes, and then started to carry him to the washroom. And I know that before, like years ago, he had like almost like a seizure sort of thing when his blood pressure dropped too quickly. So they're advising, yeah, when you wake him up in the morning, let him sit around for a while before you get him up, because give his blood pressure time to restabilize. So I think that's what it was when I was carrying him to the washroom, his blood pressure hadn't restabilized, and he started to collapse to the ground and have like a seizure. I was like, oh fuck, right? So I laid under him and held him so that when he was shaking, he didn't hit his head at all. And tried to comfort him until he could breathe properly again. He was gasping for air repeatedly. Oh yeah, and he turned completely pale. So I was like, oh shit. Once you turn completely pale, it's not a good sign, right? So we ended up calling an ambulance and they came to help. Actually, by the time they got there, it was like 8 or maybe so minutes later. And he had already stopped his like convulsions and regained his color, and he just passed out asleep. So I was like still holding him there. So that was pretty intense. I know when they got there, they hooked up one of those, what is it called, heart testing machines, tested his heart, and it seemed fine. So hopefully it was just a blood pressure thing. His heart itself was still okay. Now they took him to the hospital to get checked, and then we had to pick him up. They offered to drop him off again, but it was over $100, so we're like, alright, we'll come to get him. Haven't woke him up yet today. We're gonna see how that goes. It's still 10 a.m. so maybe let him sleep a bit longer. Now for quite a few minutes there when he was like convulsing and going pale, I really didn't think he was gonna make it, so that was a pretty close call. Still shooken up, really. I know in hindsight, we probably didn't need to call the ambulance if it was just a blood pressure thing, but when someone collapses to the ground and is gasping for air and changing colors, it's like, usually I think probably it's better to play it safe, and at least if you're wrong and you didn't need the ambulance, rather than make the mistake that you actually did need the ambulance and they didn't get there in time because you didn't call fast enough. Now it was wild to meet all the ambulance crew and stuff and to help them get my uncle in and out, see how they did it. I was like, man, when they showed up, I'm like, everyone who was there was at least 10 years younger than me. So I was like, man, they almost kind of felt like kids in a way. I don't know what it is. When you get older, anyone younger than you always seems like a kid, right? no matter how old they are. As long as they're younger than you, they're a kid. But anyways, yeah, so when they arrived, I was like, well, they're not very big either. Like, the biggest guy there was maybe like almost a foot shorter than me. So I was like, oh shit. The girl there looked pretty strong, but I was like, oh man, like moving my uncle is not going to be easy for them. Especially with the amount of limited room. They're like, holy fuck, we can't fit any of our equipment through this house. It's so small. And it's like, well, our house is like 100 years old, so it's designed smaller than the staircases of today's modern houses. So yeah, it is a hell of a job getting them up and down. But you know what their trick was? Is they had a fucking dolly that had like not only wheels but also tracks, and it could go up and down stairs. So it's like in the dolly had a chair on it and they could strap people to it. So it's like you put them in this chair, strap them to it, and then they could dolly them up and down the stairs. It still took like, I think, was it 3 people at one point to use this dolly machine to get them up and down the stairs. But it looked a little bit more, well, I don't know, better than the way I do it. But for me, it's just one person and I'm able to do it, so I think my method's pretty good. For me, I just take them one step at a time, lift them, take them down one step, put them down, then lift them again, put them down one step, and just go one at a time. Sometimes if my back is feeling strong, I have more energy, I'll lift them up like 3 steps at a time, but most cases I just do a step at a time because it is heavy lifting a full adult. Alright, 269, I'm feeling fine. No, I was really shooken up and I was like, man, I'm not going to be able to do shows for a while if my uncle doesn't make it, because every time I walked past his room, it's like, oh yeah, he's not there. It's like I got so used to seeing him every time there. Yeah, and it was pretty tough, so I was like, thank God he didn't have to stay overnight in the hospital. We were able to pick him up right away. Oh yeah, and they did find out something that was wrong with him. Turns out he does have a bad lung infection. So they gave him some strong antibiotics and they gave it to him right away. They didn't even wait till the prescription was filled. They just had them right at the hospital. And he got the virus test. So they're going to test to see what kind of lung infection it is. It's not surprising to find he has a lung infection because he's had a chronic one for years. I think once you reach a certain age in Down syndrome, then you're more susceptible to having chronic lung infections. So yeah, he's been battling one for years, and we usually go in spurts of getting antibiotics, and then eventually he'll just not take the antibiotics for a while, and then it comes back and he has to take them again. So they've been trying to cut his antibiotics back, and they changed his thyroid medication, so it could have been either of those that caused that spike and attack, but thankfully they tested him and everything seems okay. Yeah, it'd be so nice to get this crafting run completed. I feel like I need a little break from crafting. It'd be kind of neat to tally everything up. I don't know, is that what you guys want to see in the episode today? I'll tally everything up and see what it actually came to. I kind of wish I would have taken a tally at the beginning to see how much I spent, because I don't really have anything to compare it to. But if I really wanted to, I could go into the archive and just look up, because I recorded everything that I bought, I'm pretty sure. Unless I ordered some while I was offline, that could have happened too. And I'm pretty sure I spent anywhere between $1,200 and $1,400. My estimate is probably $1,300, but or $1,300. Maybe $1,350. I was thinking those auction fees are pretty high. But it might have been a little bit lower because I tend to overestimate. Yeah, what I could do is check the video, see what my ped balance was before I started the crafting run. But then I'd also have to take out the materials that I bought for the Crafting Mania reward, because I bought the materials for that as well. So that's probably at least 100, maybe 200 ped. So I could take off that the total from what's missing from when I was at the high point. Oh, lamp attachment. Lamp! Oh well, can't win them all. Bound to get some lamps sometime. Now I was hoping for a big, what is it, Sleipnir click or maybe a Bonzo Slim Jim to finish the run off, but lamp was better than nothing. And I actually probably would rather get nothing. Nah, just kidding. Yeah, so it wasn't all doom and gloom. At least we'll have the COVID test or virus test I'm not allowed to speak of. Because everything about it is so honest, you're not even allowed to speak about it. Yeah, it's funny the way things are going like that. My roommate went to go pick up his new prescription for more antibiotics. Kind of makes me wonder I should be getting tested for lung infections too, because constantly caregiving for someone who has chronic contagious lung infections. I guess if anyone had natural immunity to lung infections. As I cough. Yeah, I got some good news from the book front. I don't know if I mentioned it last episode. That just when I was like saying, hey, it's been like over a month past the expected shipping time, I gotta message the book company and see what happened with the order. And they happened to message me the same day I was gonna message them. And they asked me, they're like, what happened? Why did you return the book? And I'm like, return the book? It's like I never got it. And they're like, oh, it must have been a problem with the shipping address. They're like, give us your shipping address again and we'll try to resend it. So I gave my address and I broke it down in basics, like putting that Canada, country, province, Ontario, city, blah, 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 and went through everything and explained it, and even wrote an example code of like if I was to write it to me, how I would write it. And then they said thanks and they tried shipping it again. Oh, and they said this time they'll get me a tracking number so to make sure that I pick it up when it arrives. Not that it sits at the post office and gets shipped back. I think that's what happened the first time. It sat at the post office for a while because they couldn't figure out the address, and then they eventually just shipped it back. Which is kind of sad because I've been sitting here this whole time thinking the book was lost, but at least I found out that it wasn't lost. Yeah, and then now I got the new tracking number, so I've been tracking it, and it's already left Turkey. They said that it's on its way flying to Canada, but that last message was like 20 hours ago, so I'm like, what the fuck? How long is this flight? Maybe it is a long flight, and it takes a while for it to process the landing procedures or whatever. That'd be pretty wild though if it already is here. I'm hoping it arrives before my birthday. That'd be neat, so that way even if I have a complete failure with the Crafting Mania, when I crack that book open, that'd be better than any monetary prize. Should be a nice birthday. Heck, if the book arrives beforehand, I might even save it for my birthday. Now I was thinking if I was in charge or if I was the Sultan at the time and I wanted a gift, that book from Perry Reese probably would have been my all-time favorite gift. So it's kind of funny. I'll be getting the book as a gift. Well, from me. Or from Turkey, I guess, in a way. Right, the crafting run is complete. 3 clicks to go. Let's do them. Dun-dun-dun. Alright, it's good. Still got Miliuka. I just ran out of Arcand. How many Miliuka do I have? It won't tell me. Anyway, so I'll go check. Let's dump this shit in storage. Get the show on the road. On the road, Jack. Won't you come back? No, 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 no. Hit the road, Jack. Right, yeah, Camp Crunk. I can't believe the book is on its way. I was so worried that it was lost there. Wouldn't you think if you ordered a book and it was like a month overdue? It's probably late, lost in shipping. Yeah, I can't believe the update on the camera. I figured they might update the camera so they would fix the head problem, but I was like, man, I was almost going to set up the green screen sheet again. I might even try peeling off the green screen off the couch and see if it works on its own. Alright, shop is looking nice. Yeah, and if anyone wants to help out the show at all, come here, sit in the chair, take a picture, like a screenshot sitting at the Christmas setup, and I'll give you one of the, what is it called, blueprints. One of the vehicle prints that I have in storage. I can't specify which one because I don't know how many people will do it, but if it's hardly any people, maybe I can give you a good one. If there's tons of people, I'll have to give you just an average one. You can see I have quite a few. What the fuck? Where did all these come from? Is that the last blueprints I got were all that shit? That's fucked. I never realized that was happening. Or maybe I was moving them around? That can't be right. Oh yeah, that's the other storage. I was gonna say, what the fuck? Dumb. See, all I like to do is keep them ordered like this. I have storage on this side and inventory on that side, and when it gets reversed, I get it mixed up. Yeah, that makes more sense. There's only a few that suck balls. Not in a good way. So these are flags. These are lamps. No, steering rods. Anyways, holy shit. Am I really going to have to total all these up? This is going to be a lot of work. Alright, I guess the first thing I'll need to do is open the calculator. So I'll pause it just to make sure we don't have any boobs show up. Alright, we're back. I just made a grim realization. I forgot that I formatted my computer and I didn't back up all my text documents unless it was in Google Text. So hopefully I wrote everything important in Google Docs. Anyways, right now I'm going to do another document. I called it Crafting Run. And we'll put at the top that I started with, we'll say 1400. And that's for the materials and shipping. I think that would be a fair estimate. Likely it's more 100 pet under that or somewhere around there, but let's overestimate a little bit on the supplies that we spent just to play it safe. Alright, next thing we're going to do is maybe I'll sort the blueprints so that these are no longer at the top. I'll put it with the Rocktech ones, which is this flags, flag, steering rods, here we are, Rocktech and Rocktech lamp. So we got that one. I'll just move this so I can fit more prints. Rocktech lamp, Rocktech lamp. Alright, there's that one. Next is the flags. It's nice I got a French flag. I was hoping I could show you guys that you can loot some of the more rare flags, but they're just harder to get. Definitely showed the harder to get part. Now, I don't have a lot of room, so I'll just put it here with the other Romanian flags. You can see Romanians, we got 4, Polish, what is that, 5, and Spanish 6, with French 1. It's not always that ratio, but I found it is a common ratio. When you do this trick on the planet, if like 5 or 6 times with 1,000 ped, you'll start to see a pattern emerge. Alright, these are the regular ones. I went too far. Right, rubber lists, lamp, steering rod, there's the steering rod. Fuck, man. Steering rod. Oh, we got 2 steering rods. There it is. Sorry, I get easily mixed up. Alright. Alright, Rocktech steering. Fuck, where did I leave that one? Lamp. Alright, well that'll have to be good for now. We'll start totaling the blueprints up. Alright, first we'll do the Sleipnir and Gungnir. Alright, let's check out how much we got of these. Now technically, if you're doing other planets, you can also get these. Sleipnir and Gungnir, these 2 are universal, so you can get them on any planet. So maybe even Monria. Right, so Sleipnir first is 336. And Gungnir is 182. Alright, so that's how many clicks. Then we'll times it by the markup. And for Sleipnir, I'll put 7,000% because that's how much I've been able to sell them the last batch. If you want to check the archive, you can see, well, it was 69999 or whatever, but 7,000 is closest enough. And we'll total that after, and Gungnir, we'll times the markup. We'll go by a fair markup on the Gungnir one, let's see. Yeah, so let's say 2,000%, because right now it's at 1,800, and I always like to push it a little bit over, because hell, I'll hold out for years until I can get a good price. So we'll put 2,000. Well, let's put 1,800. Just I don't want to get ridiculously overestimated. Keep it more honest here. Alright, and before we total that, maybe I'll just put the whole list and then we'll calculate it all after. Alright, speed bike, I got 125 clicks. We'll add that. $125 clicks times a markup of ooh, 3,500. That's what we'll put for the markup of that. Fuck, man, that's a good one. Sometimes you don't even remember what's the best clicks or what's the best prints to go for until after you go through and start totaling them all up and you're like, holy shit, it's like Speed Bike was worth more than I thought. Alright, Hoverboard Crapster Edition, how many clicks? 167. Now I'm wondering if there's more editions coming out since it says Crapster Edition. Love to see more hoverboards. Maybe a low fuel usage one. That'd be a sick one to get. Alright, anyways, yeah, so that was 167 and the markup. Oh, let's put 3,000 because it is almost at that. I don't know, anyone have a guess of what these print total is going to come to? Like really, this isn't guaranteed profit. I still have to sell them. So as great as it sounds, it's still a lot of work from this point to actually cashing it in. Alright, wet ski steering column, we got 324. Let's see, was it 324? I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna start doing is just opening it so I can fucking see it. Alright, hoverboard, no. Wet ski, yeah, it was 324. Right, the wet skis steering column, we'll put 1200 because that's the markup right now. As much as I'd like to put a higher amount, try raising it when I sell it, we'll just put the established amount right now. Alright, here's the big one, the Bonzo Slim Jim, 378. There we go, now I can easily remember. You can just look at it. Alright, we got 378 times, we'll do the 30,000. Because that's what I like to sell them for. But we'll also do 15,000 because that's the established markup. Just so we don't get ridiculous here. We'll have the high and low calculations. Don't want to get crazy with that number. Well, it's very tempting to. Go crazy with all the numbers. Alright, so yeah, that was the Bonzo Slim Jims. Next, we'll do the PRXs. PRX Sport, 125 clicks times a markup of, we'll put the yearly markup. Someone let it go for this month at 200, but I'm definitely not selling it that cheap. So we'll go 1300%. Alright, let's see what the next PRX is. The PRX Double Dragon. Times a markup of, we'll say 1600. Although I probably would try to get higher, like 20, 2000. I've even tried 9,000 and got it. If you put a big enough stack and people want them, they'll just buy it. Alright, so 16,000%. Yeah, I didn't put how many. 89. That'd be shitty if I came to do the calculation. Never said to how many I had of it. Alright, next one will be... Yeah, lucky these are all stacked. I didn't have to do them all individually. Can you imagine? All I'd have to do is total each one, but still, that'd be a lot of extra calculations. Alright, PRX Limited. And we have a stack of 254 times, what's the markup on these puppies? Alright, so 1200. But getting closer to 6,000 is not that unreasonable. Fuck man, I saw it for an 8,000-9,000. But anyways, we'll put 1200 for now because that's what the established markup is. So we don't get ridiculous here. Some people might think it's ridiculous that I'll sell any of these. Even me. PRX Limited. Okay, we did that one. Did we do 3 PRXs? Yeah. Right, so PRX Roadster. That's the next one. Let me put a little space between these so I can tell them apart. Alright, PRX Roadster. And we have 436 clicks of these babies. Times a markup of... There we go. 1000%. It's not too bad, but the year or decade markup is over 10,000. So you could really times this by 10,000 and try to sell it for that. You could get a bidder. Well, we'll go with the established markup of 1,000. Because we don't want to get crazy here. Too crazy. I know all about that. Alright, PRX Superstar. It's 338 clicks times markup of 1,800 to 1,600 or 6,000. So I'll put 1,800 for now, but that has a pretty good established markup of over 6,000 at one point. Over 6,000. Alright, so what was that? The Superstar? Next we're on to the PRX Biohazard. This is 191 clicks times markup of 2,000%, and it ranges up to 6,000, so that's pretty good. Wish we got more of these. Alright, so that's all it for the PRXs, and that's a good stack of our profits right there. Well, let's see what the other last few remaining ones we got. Monster truck wheel. Forgot to highlight it, so excited. Holy, 369 clicks of monster truck wheel. That sounds good to me. 369. Right, the markup is currently trading at 3,000%. That's what I like to hear. Someone's been selling their prints very well. Good job, person. Got it up over the yearly. Nice work. See, that's why I like sharing my secrets. They're not always being abused. Some people know how to sell the prints good. Monster truck 220. Ooh, markup, we'll say 1,000. Can't sell it for less than 1,000 markup, that'd be crazy. But the yearly markup is our decade markup is closer to 3,000. It's a shame. I think Monster Truck, I've sold it for 9,000. So I'm surprised that the decade markup is only 2,000. Must be some problem with getting the parts for it. Maybe it's really hard to loot it. I think I've seen Soul loot them, but that's about it. Right, next would be the Monster Truck, the Vampire Edition. Should talk to Raven Jade, see if she needs any. She probably has the vampire stuff already cornered. Right, so we only, whoa, Jesus, we only got 43 clicks to this. This one was a rare one. It's a shame. Right, the Vamp Monster Truck is, we'll say, at 2,000%. Is that right? Wow. Too bad we didn't get more. I think I have some left in storage though. So we'll be able to add it to a bigger stack once this calculation's done. The hell? Oh, it is Horny Devil. Just reading it wrong. It's like, why is it wrong? Okay, I'll try to speed these calculations up, guys. We're 347 clicks times markup of 2,100%. 2,100%. Alright, next is the space thrusters. And what did we get? 102 clicks, was it? Yeah, 102, and we'll times it by 3,000%. Alright, well done people selling the thrusters. Let's keep that thruster print price at least 3,000. Because man, it's hard to loot them. Man, here's the monster fucking print. Jeez, I wish we got a different one for this many clicks, but oh well. Can't curse everything, right? God bless this. Sub-warp drive. Maybe the game really wants to sell some. We got 614. I think it's our biggest stack. Let's times the markup. Oh god, let's hope it's not 200. Oh shit, almost 2,000. Alright, so we'll put 1,700. Alright, I'm very happy with that. Dear God, here I was almost thinking it was 200 there. Yes! Alright, energy source will be next. This was another limited one. Hard to loot these energy sources. So we only got 67. Times it by... Yeah, this is the low one. 500%. So that's not bad. The one that was very low clicks was the one that was low value. So we didn't loot a whole bunch of the worthless ones. Alright, here we come to some more action. The Ornaments 1 and 2. Yeah, this page of stuff is looking pretty sweet. Oh, you fucking bitch. I'm trying to delete some of the spacing and won't let me. Oh well, piece of shit. it can be a piece of shit all at once. Yeah, another piece of shit. It's funny, occasionally the game, or not the game, the thing gives you a piece of shit. I better save this in case it deletes, because man, I'll be pissed. Alright, so that was the energy source, and what are we on to next? Ornaments, yeah, ornaments 1 and 2. Alright, let's see how many we got of each. Alright, first there's ornament device 1. We got 152 clicks. Times markup value of, this is the low one, I hope. The month is 1,000, so we'll give it the monthly mark, because I don't want to just butcher myself. Give the lowest percentage around. So 1,000 for that, that's not so bad. Next is the real kicker, 334. Times, let's hope for 2,000. Come on, 2,000. Oh, 1,000. Fuck. The yearly markup is 2,000. Monthly is 13. Weekly 1,000. So we'll put 13. It's a shame. I was hoping it was higher, but I don't want to overestimate by a whole shitload. Could have swore it was 2,000 back when I was talking to Dream of God. Alright, next is we got the flags. Should I bother adding the flags to the total? Yeah, let's do it. Spanish, Polish. Oh wait, let's wait till we see what order we actually have it in. Alright, Spanish, we got 6. Polish, we got 5. And Romanian, we got 4. Come on. And French, we got 1. Right, and guess we'll check the markup for each one. It should be 1. Yeah, 1. 2 for the Polish. Just surprising. Yeah, 2 for the Romanian and Polish. Alright, so 1 for Spanish times 1. So that'd be 6 ped total for those. Polish was 2 each. So it equals 10 ped. And Polish flags times 2 for the Romanians equals 8 for the total. And the French flag is how much? 13, but only 16 have sold. So we'll put 20. That's a fair price. I could definitely sell it for 20. Equals 20. Alright, so that was quick. We totaled up the flags quick. Finishing quickly is my specialty. It's finishing quicking. Alright, so next we'll go with the regular vehicle prints, and each one I'll put a value of 1 for those. That's a little bit high even for them, but so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we got 16 ped worth of regular vehicle prints. And yeah, one for each of them is a bit on the high side, so we'll just leave it like that. Anyways, Rock Tech, let's see how many prints we got of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 Rock Tech prints. And they have an average value of 10 ped, I believe. Let me check. Cool, 40 ped for that one. Jesus. 10. 10. Say 10. Holy, this one's more like 20. Alright, so yeah, we'll go with an average of 10 each, because it's a little bit under on some and higher on others. So 10 Rock Tech prints will make it equal 100 ped. Seems like a little bit high or low, depending how you want to look at it. Alright, so we'll get a quick message from the sponsor, and then we'll total up to see what, or we'll times each of these values, and then total them up. And then we'll have the total profits, preferably from the crafting run. We'll have to add in the other materials. Alright, we'll be right back. Today's crafting run totals were brought to you by Crack. Crack, it'll fuck you up. Alright, welcome back everyone. Jeez, I need something to help me calculate. I said help me, not make it worse. Alright, anyways, let's see. Let's calculate this shit, see where it's at. Right, so I guess I won't bother putting the calculator on the screen, or will I be able to see it? Yeah, I guess you can. Alright, so first one is Sleipner. It's $3.36 times 7,000%. Alright, so 235 profit, 235.2. From the Sleipners. That sounds about right. Alright, next we got the Gunniers. So 1.82 times 1800%. Oh, here looks like Soul. I'll say hi. Ah, fuck, calculator went away. Alright, so this one's just 32 ped. Still, that's pretty good. Right, next we'll have the speed bike. Speed bike was 1.25 times 35,000%. equals 43. Not bad. 43.75. Alright, next we have the hoverboard. So we got 1.67 clicks. Oh. Times 3,000%. Ooh, 50.1. That was pretty good. 50 ped and hoverboards. Whoops. Well, 0.1 is 0.10, I guess. Alright, next we go. Next will be the wet ski. And it's 3.24 times 1200%. 38.88. Wow. Alright, here's the big one. Bonzo Slim Jim. 3.78. Fucking monster number. Times 30,000% equals, holy shit, Batman, 1,134. So you can see why I was so happy about looting the Bonzo Slim Jims. And then I'll have to put we'll also times it by the today's markup of 15,000. Because we don't want to get ridiculous calculations here, just on high estimates. Oh, it's half of the price. Should just realize it, but anyways. Alright, 567. So that is a little bit on the lower side. But still, 567, that's good. So when we do the calculation, we'll add in the high and low value, just to show how widely it could vary and how big the loot is on this return, depending how good you are at selling. Alright, 1.25. Now we're doing the PRXs. Times 1,300%. If anyone wants to help buy the PRXs, let me know. I could cut you some deals on them. Alright, the first one is 1625. Definitely if you buy all of them, get a good discount. Very good discount. Alright, so 0.89 times 16,000. Whoops. That was wrong. Oh yeah, it's percent, not 16,000. 0.89 times 16,000%. And if anyone's looking at a tutorial on how to calculate numbers, maybe I'm doing this all wrong, but this is how I calculate it. Alright, PRX limited. We got 2.54 clicks times 1,200% markup equals 30.48. Ah, fuck. Why am I clicking there? Idiot. Alright, so PRX Roadster we'll be doing next. It's 4.36 clicks times 1,000%. 43.6, that's not too bad. Made up for in bulk. Alright, the Roadster Superstar. 3.38 times 1800 percent equals 60.84. Next, we got the biohazard. 1.91 clicks times 2000% equals 38.2. Nice. Alright, next we're on to the monster wheels. 3.69, my favorite number, times 3000% equals 110.7. Alright. Jeez, that wheel is worth nice, right? Right, next is the monster trucks themselves. 2.20 times 1000 22. Yeah. So a lot less than actual monster trucks. But anyways, vampire monster truck next will be 43 clicks times 2000%. Times 20, 83, or no, 86. Yeah, 8.6. Alright, 3.47. This is for the horny devil. Times 2100. 72.87. Alright, so that was one of the bigger hauls in that one. Alright, finally we move on to, sorry guys taking so long, we're wrapping it up here quick. Space thrusters is 1.02 times 3000%. 30.6. Alright, the next one is subwarp. 6.14 times 1700. This should be good. Holy. Equals 104.38. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Holy Hannah. Alright, 0.67 times 500. Yeah, that was low. 3.35. I was thinking that was really low. Alright, armament device. Jeez, we gotta wrap this up here. 1.52 times 1000. Isn't having this much loot a horrible problem? 15.2. It's a horrible problem that I figured I'd share with everyone. People saying you can't make loot in this game. I don't know, this isn't easy though, it is a lot of work, right? Even totaling it, it's like, dear God, fucking nightmare. Alright, so yeah, all the flags, we got the numbers for those. Rock Tech prints, we got an even number for those. Alright, so we're good to total everything. Holy shit. Alright, let's see what it comes to. First, we'll add up the vehicles. and the devices. So we got 235.2 plus 32.76 plus 43.75 plus 50.1 plus 38.88. Alright, first we'll do the number without the Bonzo Slim Jims. Then we'll calculate it after, before, or after that. Alright, so did I put plus right? No, 38.88 plus Alright, so plus, or run to the P or X's. 16.25 plus 14.24 plus 30.48 plus 43.6 plus 60.84 plus 38.2. Right now into the monster truck wheel stuff, plus 110.7 plus 22 plus 8.6 plus 72.87 plus 30.6 plus 104.38 plus 3.35, small but it adds up, plus 15.2 plus 43.42. Alright, now to add the flags, plus 6 plus 10 plus 8 plus 20 plus 16 plus 100. Alright, let's get the total for that. Yeah, I was thinking it was close to that. So that's everything minus the Bonzos. So 1175.42 minus the Bonzos. Just call them Slim Jims. Can't spell it. Alright, so that number plus the option of the Slim Jim, let's put on the high, plus 1134. Holy son of a whore. So total high with Slims is 2,309.42 ped. Is that fucking unreal or what? Alright, so we'll put total low. So we can see if we sold the Slim Jim for bare minimum, tried to get what it is sold for last instead of what it's really worth. Let's do that calculation. So to do that, we have to put the total before the Slim Jim, 1175.42, and then we'll put plus the total low, so plus 567. Alright, so the total if you sold the Slim Jim low price would be 1742 ped.42. Ah shit, we're already 5 minutes over. Alright, so that's that total. Alright, before we total up anything more, let's get a quick spin from the Bitcoin casino. 136,030. Let's roll. 136,041. Woohoo! Alright, thanks everyone. We're almost up to, what was it? Let's check. 58. Holy fuck, we're almost at 60 people helping. Alright, thanks everyone. It's unreal. So that's why I figure I gotta keep helping you guys with some of the ways that I make money in the game. So here we go. Here's some more. Here's the left screen. Alright, here's the document that shows my totals. So if you want to see the calculations, crafting run starting 1400 materials. Then here's all the prints, how much I calculated them to be worth with today's markup value. And then the price total high and then price total low. And that's if the Slim Jim Sims sells for a higher low price. Because it's the big winner in the whole pot. Like fuck, the Slim Jim was worth 1100 high just for it, or 500 low. So even 500 low, man, that's still, it's a lot of my profits from the run. And the funny thing is, that's not even minus when we get to the actual stuff I got from the run. So let's check that out. Right, obviously when I did this crafting run I got more than prints back. People are like, what about the actual materials? People are like, you don't get that much more loot back on Rocktropia. It's like, don't you? It's like, I don't know, what are you doing on Rocktropia that doesn't get you more loot back? Maybe just change what you're doing. Right, so we also had another 30 ped of shrapnel. If people remember previous episode, I ended up using that for ammo. So you could add another 30 ped on to what I got here. Plus, yeah, let's put the arc on away. And I still have a 16 ped of Milica, so anyways. I won't trade terminal it today, but if anyone wants, I have a stack 662 peds worth of Sandrunner fuel cells. The markup value is currently 120%. I'll give it to you for half that price, 110%. So if you want, just let me know and I can maybe, I guess picking it up on Rocktropia is the best because I have no way to transport it. Oh yeah, I could put it on auction and you could just buy it. So let me know if you need it transported, we could do it that way too. Oh, cool. We got some other players. They're saying hi. Who is it? Oh, it's Sergeant. He's back. He's the one always helping me out with items for the show. Alright, so anyways, other than that 662 ped that I'm probably just going to trade terminal, we also got 500 metal residue, 530. So looking at the markup value of this, say I sold it for 103%, what would that be? Because that's a reasonable amount to get. Like if I put it for sale on auction, I could probably get 103%, especially on another planet that needs it. I'll have to pay shipping fees to get it here. So we'll check. 531 times 103%. Yeah, so I could get 546 back in metal residue. Plus the, so let's do that, 546 plus the 662.92. Yeah, so I'm looking back at 1200 PED in just the metal residue and sand redder fuel cells. And my crafting run started at 1400, say on a high mark. So we were down 200 PED roughly when we had to collect our other loot from prints. So I think how much did we make? Not to be sarcastic, but total on the high side, we made 2,309 PED, and we had to make up 200. So we were up about 2,000 PED than we needed to break even. That's on the high side. If it was on the low side, then we were up 1,700 in prints. So we needed to make back the 200, so we were up 1,500 in prints. So on a 1,000 or 1,400 PED crafting run, I pretty much doubled my money here on Rocktropia. If you can sell the prints, right? That's the big fucking if. That's the kicker. If I can't sell any prints, then I just lost 200 PED. And that's with a global too, right? To boot. So, hope everyone liked this episode. Oh, he picked up the Christmas train. Nice. I should tell him I'm just wrapping up a show episode. It won't show me what the Christmas train looks like. Not sure. Wow, there it is. Oh yeah, this Christmas train. Now, to be honest, guys, I figured that the printing run would work, and if I totaled everything up, I would make a profit. But I was anticipating a profit of around 400 to 600, so I was kind of surprised that we pulled in this many prints. Maybe it was just your guys' luck, or I don't know what it was, but maybe when the Halloween event is going on, they give you better loot in the crafting. Maybe that's what. Everyone's got different theories of why some days you get good loots and others you don't. You can see if I didn't get any Slim Jims that run, or no Slepners or anything good value, then that print total would have been way, way lower, right? So I was actually pretty lucky, I think, just getting some good prints. Alright, thanks everyone. Hope you liked the video explaining how I did the crafting run. If you got any questions and comments about it, don't forget to leave them in the chat. I like making the videos and getting some interaction with the viewers. Alright, take care everyone. If you want to help me out at all, don't forget you can do it with the Patreon, Society 6, Hideout TV, Swagbucks, GameKit, free Bitcoin. The links and all the more information about how it works, just hit the show more info button on the YouTube page. It'll open all that shit up. And it also will take you to the virtual made sex machine. I'm not sure if it's still a discount. They had a Kickstarter fund discount, but it might be regular price now. But if it's still a discount, I highly recommend it. It's the best virtual mate sex machine online for men and adults only. But if ladies need a sex machine, they know who to call, right? I'm just kidding. But yeah, here's what it looks like. I haven't opened the package yet, but saving it for a special occasion. Maybe lockdown month 6. Alright, take care everyone. If you happen to get any of those Bonzo Slim Jim prints in your vaporizer and you vape them by accident instead of selling them, then give the show a dislike. But if that doesn't happen, you can give it a like. I really appreciate it. And just make sure you never buy the products from my sponsor, because it will ruin your life. How about a thumbs up if you liked it or didn't like the new changes to the virtual mate cam? I think they did a pretty good job. Alright, take care everyone. See ya. Here's 3 things. One's a subscribe. Birthday party's coming up December 2nd, Camp Crunk. Big crafting event.